Yo, what is good, y'all? It is DB Poo. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm reacting to my man, the kid Gowie. This video called Bronny James, aka LeBron James Jr., LeBron's son, one of his sons, isn't going to be the next LeBron. So let's see what's all the fuss about, and let's get to the video. Ooh.
What's going on, YouTube? It's the kid Gowie here.
He's
Now,
6'2" and he's near my age and he's doing that.
You guys press that subscribe button, give
Already
me a
did.
thumbs up, and at the end of the video, be sure to leave a comment. Let's keep this conversation going because I'm very interested to see how you guys feel about this video and the conversation at hand. Now, let's talk about the inspiration for this video. I was on Twitter yesterday. Baller's Life posted a Bronny James highlight tape, and I was like, bro, this kid is different. When you search the internet, you see the typical stuff. Is Bronny James going to live up to the hype? Is he overrated? Is he the next LeBron James? This, that, and the third. Blase. You know. As basketball fans, when we're talking about high school recruits and college recruits, one of the things that we like to see is who does this player emulate the most? Player comparisons kind of give us a feel of that player's ceiling. So, for example, me not being a hooper and being completely...
Sorry, the video buffered a little bit. Let's get back to it, though.
You can compare me to a Joel Anthony. He'd probably be my ceiling if we keeping it a buck. But a player like Bronny James, who has an arsenal full of weapons, come on.
I like his hair, too.
Is endless. Now, I already know
I ain't jealous.
To state the obvious.
I just like it.
Well, LeBron James is his dad, so Bronny James' ceiling is LeBron James.
It's not all about that.
I'm not going to say that you're incorrect, but we also have to be realistic.
True.
How many times have we seen an NBA player of GOAT status have a child come into the league and surpass them?
None of them. None of them. Jordan's kid
The answer
failed.
is never. Now,
Tim Hardaway kid failed. Gary Payton kid failed. John Stockton kid failed.
But you got to keep in mind, his father is one of the greatest, if not the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. So, with that being said, we're going to keep it realistic. Does Bronny James, in fact, have similar traits
He's the
to
GOAT
father,
at his
LeBron?
position.
Obviously. The apple doesn't
LeBron.
fall too far from the tree. They're both athletic. They
He's
both have
this
great
close to
vision.
becoming the GOAT,
They're
but I ain't
both
talking
great
about that.
passers. The list goes on. But there are some things that LeBron can do that Bronny can't do, and vice versa. For example, Bronny James is 15 years old, so obviously he doesn't have the same stature as his father yet. But when that time comes, he may develop into that, or he may fall short of those genetics and he may have the height but not the size. As for Bronny, he's already a more polished shooter than LeBron was at his age. So just imagine
he kind of shoots like me.
He hits like 19 years old.
Well,
anyway,
not the same
LeBron versus LeBron comparisons. I mean, we've heard enough of
I like the hat.
Let's talk about some real comparisons to how Bronny James plays this very day. Now, right off the bat, I want you guys to remember that Bronny is still growing. He still has to grow into his body. He still has to learn how to use his body once he develops that size. And he still has some things he needs to polish. But there are some things that jump straight out the moment that you look at him play. First and foremost is his court vision. You know when you out chilling with a friend and somebody spots something crazy and they be like, yo, don't look over there, but look over there. You got to use your peripherals. You like... The way that his court vision is almost as if he doesn't have a blind spot. He's a very smooth
he's like a Chris Paul type of person.
He's able to spot people in locations where the defender may not be able to see.
Just like Chris Paul.
No matter how Bronny may grow, he's going to play point guard when he gets to the NBA. I don't care if he grows to be 7'2". This man's going to be the tallest point guard to ever play. As I stated within the previous trait, Bronny is very patient. One thing that you see with patient basketball players is they never panic when they get the ball. It seems like the game slows down for them and they're able to slowly maneuver through lanes. Some players that come to mind are Chris Paul, Steph Curry, and James Harden. When defenders close in on these players, even if they trap them, for some reason they never lose their composure. Everything just looks silky smooth and they stay grounded. I see that same composure when it comes to Bronny James. He's a great shooter.
It's really
so
annoying if you're
the
against
the paint to get a good look. So the fact that he's a threat from deep and a threat inside the paint, it makes it more difficult for defenders to predict his next move.
It's like if Giannis had a jump shot,
his ability to pass.
Consistent one.
Bronny is definitely a flashy passer, but it's only going to get better. And this is a trait that he actually gets from his father. Being 6'8", 260 pounds, you kind of think to yourself, if you're that big, why are you so good of a passer? But as we know, LeBron is a freak of nature. So the real question in that situation is, why not? So if there was one trait that we knew that Bronny was going to develop from his dad, it was definitely going to be the passing. Athleticism.
We saw that last time. And it buffered a
At
little bit.
6'2", this man already has a pro dunk package. Bro, I'm 6'2" and I can't flush the ball for I got about as much bounce as a girl with no booty.
Yeah, I saw that video too.
Not only is this man
nice joke too.
doing reverse dunks.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how I can play this video without it buffering, but we're just gonna have to continue. But just hope that it doesn't buffer, please.
Cocking back like a loaded pistol. This man is
Bam!
also catching inbound oops. And if you watch basketball,
Bam!
he's not throwing an inbound oop to just anybody. That boy
True.
got bounce. And he's only going to get more dangerous the older he gets and the taller he gets. So by the time he's 17, I advise y'all to keep y'all asses out the paint. Like I previously stated, Bronny James is a great shooter. When you see this kid on the outside, you cannot afford to allow him to get his feet set. If he gets his feet set, he's automatic. Similar to how he is as a ball handler and inside the paint, he's very composed on the outside as well. In order to slow him down, you really got to apply that pressure and make him uncomfortable. Because if you don't strike
how Paul Pierce trying to shove LeBron, or how Patrick Beverly's trying to shove LeBron.
Least, which I believe is his most underrated trait, Bronny's efficient floater. Just put these.
Nobody talks about floaters. I mean, I'm good at floaters, but I rarely do it or talk about it.
So you got to try to find an answer for him in that mid-range. And just when you think that you have an answer, he can just simply float it over you and still get a bucket. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like a headache to me. Aside from the mid-range jump shot, the floater is definitely an underrated shot in the NBA. And trust me, floaters
just so college basketball.
You put too soft of a touch on it, it may be an air ball, or you may hit front rim. You put a little too much force on it, hitting back iron. So to be efficient with this shot definitely takes talent. All you have to do is look at a Tony Parker, James Harden, or any other player who shoots the floater at a high efficiency and realize that this shot is not for everybody.
Besides the Lakers, the Spurs might be my best
for me to finally
Western Conference team.
Who Bronny James plays the most like in the NBA.
Let's see the answer, boys.
I was watching Bronny's highlight tape, a few names came to me. Even though he's no longer in the NBA, a name that came to me was Johnny Flynn, an athletic guard who played above the rim. The
don't know who
name
he
that
is.
came to mind was Chris Paul.
As we already mentioned.
Point guard, very patient, great shooter, great passer, you name it. All those
great ball
boxes were
handler
checked.
too.
But the only thing that kept me from making this pick was that I felt like I'd be robbing Bronny of his athleticism. So once again, back to the drawing board. If we compare Johnny Flynn and Chris Paul together, who do we get? And this is the person who I came up with.
Drum roll, please.
Ja Morant.
My man, Ja Morant.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ja Morant is the person who I feel Bronny James is the most comparable to. Ja Morant has it all. The patience, shooting ability, the court vision, the passing.
Yo, if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year,
you name it.
I'm going to be dissing the NBA, bro.
Down the list. And even though this doesn't solidify anything,
it
does add substance to my argument. LeBron James himself said that his kids love Ja Morant and they admire how he plays. And last time I checked, if you love the way that somebody does something, chances are you're going to emulate your game after them. Now, I know some people are going to argue
Ja Morant's only been in the league for 1 year. We don't even know how good he's going to be.
Which is a fair argument, but let's be real. In his first NBA season, he already had his team in playoff position. Not too many lottery picks can actually say that in their first year. So I'm letting you know right now, we don't even have to debate this. Ja Morant's ceiling is astronomical. And in my personal opinion, by the year of 2023, he'll arguably be the best point guard in the NBA. So yes, Ja may be fresh legs in the league. Yes, we may not know where he'll end up in his future, but I can tell you right now, the only thing that will stop Ja Morant from being great is if his body gives out on him. Because if we're basing this on skill set, you'll be a damn fool voting against Ja Morant being great. So there you have it.
You don't want to end up like Brandon Roy or Greg Oden.
Perfect comparison at this very moment. Like I said, keep in mind, Bronny still has some growing to do. He still has to grow into his body. We don't know how big he's going to get. Pause. So who knows? Within the next 3 years, he may be more comparable to his father. But at this very moment, I feel like Ja Morant is the perfect comparison. So once again, if you haven't already, press that subscribe button, like, comment, share this video with anybody that you may know, and let's keep this family growing.
Until next time,
it's only entertainment.
Alrighty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's make this quick. That was Bronny James isn't the next LeBron. So, if y'all think he's going to be the next LeBron, comment down below. But if you think he plays like Ja Morant, also comment down below. If this has been the first video you saw my YouTube, please consider to subscribe to join my Money Nags Club. And remember, get money or you'll be funny.